The government once spent $37 million building homes out of porcelain-coated steel. They were fireproof, termite-proof, and required almost zero maintenance. Banks refused to finance them. Unions fought to kill them, and the company behind them went bankrupt in less than 2 years. Now in 2026, that forgotten technology is making a jaw-dropping comeback in the Barndominium world, and the results will stop you cold. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never look at a metal home the same way again. If you are into alternative housing, barndominiums, or just building smarter on a budget, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover this stuff every single week, and you do not want to miss what is coming up next on this channel. The forgotten story behind Lustron homes. Before we talk about what a modern Lustron barndominium looks like in 2026, you need to understand where this whole concept came from, because the story is wild. It is 1946. World War II has just ended. 12 million American soldiers are coming home all at once. They need houses. They need them fast, and traditional construction cannot keep up. Enter Carl Strandlund, a Swedish-born industrialist from Chicago, who had been making porcelain-enameled steel panels for gas stations. He walked into Washington, D.C. with a radical idea. What if we built entire homes out of enameled steel? Factory built, shipped on a flatbed truck, and assembled on-site in about 2 weeks. The government loved it. The Reconstruction Finance Corporation handed Strandlund over $37 million in loans, the first venture capital loan the federal government had ever made. Strandlund converted a former Curtiss-Wright fighter plane factory in Columbus, Ohio, into a home production facility. He called it the Lustron Corporation, the name meaning luster on steel. The homes themselves were remarkable. Every surface, exterior walls, interior walls, ceilings, roof tiles, even the cabinetry, was made from porcelain enameled steel. They came in 8 exterior colors, including surf blue, maize yellow, desert tan, and dove gray. They were completely fireproof. Termites could not touch them. The roof never needed replacing, and the exterior walls never needed painting. You washed them with soap and water. That was it. They ranged from 713 square feet up to 1,209 square feet across 4 models. They had built-in appliances, radiant heating, metal cabinetry, and sliding steel doors. One model even included a combination clothes washer and dishwasher built into the kitchen sink. This was 1948. Sounds incredible, right? So what went wrong? Banks refused to finance them. Mortgage companies did not know how to appraise a steel home. Construction unions despised them because they reduced the need for skilled labor. Neighbors complained they looked too futuristic. The company could not hit its production targets. Costs spiraled, and by 1950, the Lustron Corporation declared bankruptcy after building only about 2,500 homes. Of those, somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 still exist today across 36 states. Several are now on the National Register of Historic Places. Senator J. William Fulbright once said during hearings that looking at a Lustron reminded him of a bathtub. That one line probably tells you everything you need to know about the political climate that killed it. But here is what is fascinating. The people who actually lived in Lustrons? They loved them. Current owners describe them as still feeling modern, still standing tough after 75 years with almost no structural maintenance. One owner in Atlanta fought off real estate investors trying to buy her Lustron for demolition, and had a sign made in steel that simply read, "Not for sale." The Lustron was not a failure of design. It was a failure of timing, financing, and politics. And now, in 2026, the core principles behind it, factory precision steel construction, low maintenance, extreme durability, and modular design, are the exact same principles driving the most exciting barndominium builds happening right now. Coming up, I'm going to show you what happens when you take the Lustron concept and scale it into a full modern barndominium. The numbers might shock you. What is a modern Lustron barndominium? A modern Lustron barndominium takes the core DNA of the original Lustron concept porcelain enameled or high-grade steel panel construction, minimal maintenance, clean modular lines, and scales it into a full-sized barndominium home with contemporary finishes and design. This is not about restoring an old Lustron house. This is about building new, using the same engineering philosophy that made those 1948 homes still standing in 2026. Here is what sets a Lustron-inspired barndominium apart from a standard metal barndominium. Standard barndominiums use steel framing with metal siding on the outside and drywall finishes on the inside. The steel is structural, but the interior still feels and looks like a conventional home. A Lustron Barndominium leans into the steel, exposed steel framing celebrated, rather than hidden, enameled, or powder-coated steel panel, accents on interior walls and ceilings, modular precision in the layout, and an exterior that is clean, architectural, and purpose-built to require almost no upkeep. In 2026, this design language has a name in the industry. Professionals are calling it warm industrial, a blend of exposed metal structure with natural wood, concrete, and soft lighting that creates a space which feels both rugged and deeply livable. Think matte black or charcoal steel exterior panels, deep bronze standing seam roof, black-trimmed oversized windows flooding the interior with light. Inside, exposed steel beams with powder coat finish in matte black or warm bronze. Polished concrete floors with radiant heat embedded underneath, just like the original Lustron homes had in 1948. White oak or walnut accent walls, open-span interiors with no columns interrupting the living space. This is not a budget build, but it is a build that holds its value, requires almost no exterior maintenance, and looks like nothing else on your road. And here is the part most people building barndominiums in 2026 are completely missing. The Lustron approach solves one of the biggest long-term cost problems with standard metal homes. Stay with me. The biggest hidden cost in any metal building home is not construction. It is the ongoing battle against condensation, rust, and thermal bridging. When you build with the Lustron philosophy, full encapsulation, panel precision, enameled or properly coated steel surfaces, you eliminate most of those issues from day one. That means lower lifetime maintenance costs and a home that genuinely appreciates rather than depreciating. Popular layouts in 2026 for Lustron-inspired barndominiums run from 1,800 square feet all the way up to 3,500 square feet. The most requested configuration right now is a 2,400 to 2,800 square foot footprint with a 2-car garage bay integrated into the design, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, an open concept great room, and a covered outdoor living area accessible through large sliding glass walls. I said this concept solves a major cost problem, but there is one thing about Lustron barndominiums that could absolutely derail your build if you do not know about it going in. I am going to cover that honestly a little later. Do not skip ahead. Design elements that define the look. In 2026, the exterior in 2026 is a long way from the old red barn aesthetic. Lustron barndominium exteriors in 2026 borrow heavily from contemporary architecture, and the results are striking. Color is getting darker. Charcoal, midnight blue, forest green, and true black are dominating builder portfolios in 2026. Deep bronze standing seam roofs paired with jet black windows create a dramatic silhouette against a rural landscape or a semi-rural lot. Combining steel panels with cedar accents, stone veneer, or board and batten on a porch column adds warmth and texture that makes these homes look far more sophisticated than a straight metal box. The roof line matters more than most people realize. Clean, low-slope or moderately pitched standing seam metal roofs are the signature look. In 2026, building integrated photovoltaic solar cells that blend directly into the metal roofing material have reached the point where from ground level you cannot tell the panels from the roof. The entire south-facing roof surface becomes a power plant while looking exactly like a standard standing seam metal roof. Inside, the 2026 Lustron barndominium celebrates its structure rather than hiding it. Steel posts and beams stay exposed, but they receive powder coating in matte black or warm bronze rather than bare galvanized. Visible structural steel paired with white oak ceiling planks, sealed concrete floors in warm earth tones, and oversized kitchen islands creates a space that feels like a high-end mountain lodge, not a commercial warehouse. The kitchen is a centerpiece. Islands running 10 to 14 feet are standard in 2026 designs, with waterfall quartz surfaces and bold pendant lighting pulling the eye straight to the heart of the home. Butler's pantries tucked behind the main kitchen are trending hard right now for people who want a guest-ready show kitchen without sacrificing serious cooking functionality. Outdoor connection is a defining feature of this style. Large sliding glass walls, bifold patio doors, and covered outdoor rooms blur the line between inside and outside. Built-in outdoor kitchens with dedicated gas lines, beverage stations, and ambient lighting systems that connect directly to the home's utility infrastructure are among the most requested features in Lustron-inspired builds right now. Smart home integration comes standard in any serious 2026 build. Built-in home office nooks with sound dampening, whole home automation for climate and security, and radiant heated concrete floors are no longer luxury upgrades. In this design category, they are baseline expectations. We are about to get into the real numbers. And I want to be honest with you, because the costs for this build type are not what the clickbait videos are telling you. Honest cost breakdown for 2026. Let's talk money, and let me be straight with you, because there is a lot of noise online about Barndominium costs that flat out does not tell the whole truth. In 2026, a standard finished Barndominium costs somewhere between $65 and $160 per square foot, depending on your location, finish level, and site conditions. The national average for a complete build sits around $230,000. But a Lustron-inspired Barndominium with the warm industrial finishes, steel panel accents, exposed structural steel, and high-quality exterior we have been describing, you are looking at the upper end of that range and beyond. Here is an honest breakdown for a 2,400 square foot Lustron Barndominium build with quality finishes in a mid-cost market. Steel shell erected on slab, $45,000 to $55,000. Foundation and site prep, $18,000 to $25,000. Spray foam insulation, non-negotiable on a metal building of this design, $18,000 to $22,000. Plumbing rough-in and fixtures, $20,000 to $30,000. Electrical, including smart home wiring, $18,000 to $24,000. HVAC system with radiant floor heating, $22,000 to $32,000. Interior finishes, flooring, drywall, paint, millwork, $35,000 to $55,000. Kitchen with quality cabinetry and countertops, $25,000 to $45,000. Steel panel accent walls and powder-coated exposed beam treatment, $8,000 to $18,000. Bathrooms, $15,000 to $25,000. Exterior details stone veneer, cedar accents, sliding glass walls, $15,000 to $25,000. Permits, engineering and plans, $8,000 to $14,000. Total realistic range for this build, $247,000 to $370,000 before land. Budget at least a 15% contingency on top of that. Now compare that to conventional stick-built construction at $130 to $180 per square foot for a home at this finish level. The Lustron Barndominium still saves you 15 to 25% in most markets. That claim of 50% savings you see all over social media? That is not construction reality. That is marketing. One number that almost never gets talked about honestly. Site work, well, and septic can add $25,000 to $55,000 to your budget before a single post goes into the ground. Plan for it. I promised you there is one specific issue with Lustron Barndominium builds that can derail your project. Here it comes. The honest challenge you need to know here is the thing about building with a steel-forward, Lustron-inspired approach that nobody making glossy YouTube tours is going to tell you. Financing is still a fight. Just like 1948, lenders in 2026 are still not fully comfortable with non-traditional metal homes. Conventional mortgages are rarely available during construction. You will most likely be using a construction-to-permanent loan or a USDA rural development loan. These are absolutely workable, but they require more documentation, more planning, and often a larger down payment. Budget extra time for the financing piece. Weeks of delay waiting on a lender who does not understand the appraisal can stall your entire build schedule. Insulation is not optional. This is the most critical decision in any metal building home, and in a Lustron-inspired design where the steel aesthetic is intentional, you cannot cut corners here. Spray foam insulation on a metal shell costs more than fiberglass bats in a stud wall. It is the right choice, and it is worth every dollar, but budget it fully from day one. Condensation inside an under-insulated metal building will destroy your interior faster than you think. Finding the right builder matters more than almost any other decision. Not every contractor who builds standard Barndominiums understands the precision and detail work involved in a Lustron-inspired design. The exposed steelwork, the powder-coated beams, the enameled panel accents, these require a builder who has done it before. Get references, see finished projects. Do not hire based on the lowest bid alone. Zoning and permits in some counties still push back on non-traditional metal homes. This is the same fight Carl Strandlund lost in 1950. In 2026, most rural and semi-rural markets have adapted, but you still need to verify local codes and deed restrictions before you buy land for this type of build. Resale is improving, but still carries some risk. Barndominium values are trending upward in 2026, but the buyer pool for a high-design steel home remains narrower than conventional housing outside Barndo-friendly states like Texas, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. Annual appreciation for barndominiums runs around 2 to 3%, compared to roughly 4% for conventional homes in most markets. That gap is narrowing, but it is still a real consideration. Here is what I genuinely believe, and I want to be honest with you. The Lustron philosophy was right in 1948. A well-built steel home lasts. It resists fire. It resists pests. It requires almost no exterior maintenance. Those 2,500 original Lustron homes proved it. They are still standing 75 years later. The modern Lustron Barndominium takes that proof of concept and applies it at a scale and design level that those 1948 engineers could only dream about. Is a Lustron Barndominium right for you? Let's cut to the real question. Who is this build actually for? This is the right build for you if you want a home that is genuinely low maintenance over a 20 to 30-year horizon. No repainting the exterior every 7 years. No wood rot. No termite treatments. No shingle replacements. The ongoing cost of ownership for a properly built steel home is substantially lower than a wood-framed house. This is the right build for you if you are comfortable building on rural or semi-rural land where zoning is flexible and you have the space to build what you want without a homeowners association telling you a metal home does not fit the neighborhood aesthetic. This is the right build for you if you value design that is genuinely distinctive. In 2026, a well-executed warm industrial Lustron Barndominium turns heads. It does not look like any other house on the road. This is not the right build for you if you need conventional mortgage financing from day one and do not have the capital reserves or the patience to navigate construction to permanent lending. The financing friction is real, and you need to walk into it with eyes open. This is not the right build if you are in a densely regulated suburban HOA environment or a municipality that still treats metal exterior residential homes as non-conforming structures. And this is not the right build if your budget is tight with no contingency. A Lustron-inspired build done right costs what it costs. Cutting corners on insulation, on the structural steelwork, or on the exterior panel quality will undermine everything that makes this type of home worth building in the first place. One more thing I want to leave you with that I think about every time I look at these builds. Carl Strandlund was 75 years early. The barriers that killed his company in 1950, financing reluctance, union opposition, neighbor skepticism, those barriers are dissolving in 2026. Not gone, but dissolving. The people building Lustron Barndominiums right now are not just building a house, they are proving that a 75-year-old idea was right all along. If you have made it this far, you already know this is not a mainstream housing choice. That is exactly the point. The Lustron Barndominium is for the person who has thought carefully about what a home is actually supposed to do over the long arc of their life. Protect you, require little from you, look exceptional, and still be standing when your grandchildren inherit it. The original Lustron homes built in 1948, with technology and methods that were primitive compared to what we have today, are still standing in 36 states right now. Still lived in. Still loved by their owners. One of them just became a historic landmark in Dallas in April of 2026. The modern version of that idea, built with 2026 materials, 2026 design sensibility, and 2026 construction science, has every reason to perform even better. Do your research. Talk to builders who have actually done this type of work. Get your financing sorted early. Budget honestly. And if the numbers work for your land and your life, this might be the most interesting home you ever build. If this video gave you something to think about, drop a comment below. Tell me what your biggest question is about Lustron Barndominiums or steel homes in general. I read every comment, and your questions drive future videos on this channel. Subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in the next one.